Hi everyone, and a warm welcome back to the Super League tournament. We're back in round 1. Thank you anyone who joined us this weekend. It was a great event, lots of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed the games. For anyone who didn't, obviously there will be VODs over on the SD League channel, and I'll be casting some of the games that we didn't cover. Certainly here today we are in round 1 with OnlyHere4Beer. I believe it's your first game in a tournament, so hopefully you enjoy having it casted. And then we have Tiberius Rancor, who's obviously well known to the other players and the community as a whole. So, OnlyHere4Beer playing as the Berlin Command, and over on the left in red we have Tiberius playing as the 2nd Infantry, who are performing exceptionally well in this patch, with the SAS pretty much being MVP across the board. But let's have a quick look at what OnlyHere4Beer has down. So, lots of ACAVs with scouts, good spread there in a defensive position, and the same here once again in a defensive position. The ACAVs aren't being moved after the deployment, but I'm sure they will be moved later. Then we have a command here, which is going to go straight up to that middle point, should cap this one on the way. We've got mortar back here, and then down at the bottom, we've got a Milan. Pretty good at the moment, the Milans. Obviously, ATGMs all had a big improvement. We've got some Vavs with some Grenadier Voltigeurs there. Pivads, very important, and a Chieftain Command Tank. Over at this side, more ACAVs, just defensive positioning here, and a Milan and Vavs again in very defensive positioning with the Pivads and everything there. Over at the other side, Tiberius can be quite an aggressive player. Let's see what we've got. So we've got SAS pushing straight into the center there. The SAS being dropped off in the buildings, and then the Saxons move back. A Fox here, sneaking around the back for eyes on. Lynx Hellarm heading up quite far here. We've got some Terriers AT group heading there for defense. Another Terriers AT group and a command heading here and up there. SAS again heading to the middle. Lots of SAS heading there. We've got some aeromobiles in those choppers heading up here. How many? We've got 4 aeromobiles. Loads of infantry going into this side. I mean, he is cutting that off. Gazelle here and a Hellarm as well to try and catch anything that comes this way. We've got a sniper squad here. Is that some more SAS at the front? It is indeed. Another Fox heading around the back there, being very sneaky with those, and a Wombat. Seen quite a few uses of Wombat in the tournament. Everyone getting some early caps. Command coming down here to Delta now. I'm sure this command, yeah, I'm going to head straight over to Charlie. And Tiberius looking in a strong position already here with all of those infantry deposited there. Harrier AA coming in for those choppers. Going for the Hellarm, good choice. Get it out of the way. SAS engaging on that Harrier. You know, the Hellarm taking some fire there. Harrier thinking twice and getting out. So at the moment, defensive positioning at the bottom. Reasonably defensive for both players at the top, but very aggressive maneuver here at the start for Tiberius. Getting those Lynxes out now, going to sell those, get some money back. Harrier rocket coming in here, absolutely smashing into those infantry. Doesn't actually get a kill though, just does a little bit of damage to the scout squad there. Aeromobiles pushing up to engage all of this here. The ACAVs obviously not going to last long against these low 80s. Harrier rocket may or may not come back for another pass there. There is a Harrier AA coming in, going for the rocket. Harrier rocket thinking twice, maybe pulling out now. SAS firing. SAS missing. Harrier rocket in a funny position here. Gonna go down. Yes, it does. Pivad's finished the job. Who's going to win this fight, I wonder? Aeromobiles, probably the better squads here versus those scouts. Rocket coming in, though, going for those aeromobiles, does a lot of damage and still hasn't taken any fire. The SAS in this game just not performing as they have been in some of the other games we've seen. Another Hellarm going down there. SAS still not getting a hit on these Harriers. Command vehicle coming in here. Lots of Gazelle rockets coming in, wanting to deal with these infantry, I guess. That Fox still trundling along the top there. I mean, I'm not expecting much from the Fox. I think it's just for eyes on. Sometimes you can snipe a command vehicle if you get it near this road at the top, but I'm not expecting anything too exciting there. Loads more reinforcements coming in, anti-air coming in now, some proper anti-air. 2 of these Rapier FSAs coming in. Obviously the Harriers proving to be a bit of a problem. This is just a little command jeep. I mean, this is very susceptible to any kind of fire. Even the Saxons can come in and fire at it. Take them a while to kill it, but they can still do it. But the SAS are being moved down to deal with it. Tiberius with that little early advantage in point. 217, but plenty of time left in this game for OnlyHere4Beer to turn this around. Lots of rifles coming in towards the centre now. Bit of smoke being used here as well by OnlyHere4Beer. I guess it gives a little bit of protection to the troops that were there, but unfortunately he has had to retreat. The last remaining squad, Aeromobiles moving down here. Easily getting the kill on that. It'd be interesting to see what happens with these Gazelle rockets. A Harrier coming in to get that Lynx. SAS still not getting a hit. Really not performing well today. SAS going here again. Finally, a hit on a Harrier. Can it get a second before it's out of dodge? It's going to be lucky. No. Dodged that one as well. Couple more Harriers coming in here. Obviously, we're brought in to deal with the Gazelles. The Rapier FSA could be deployed any second now to fire at these. It hasn't been deployed yet, though. SAS getting another hit there. All those Gazelle rockets landing at the back. Rapier now deployed, engaging. Nice hit. Well, something hit it. I don't think that was a Rapier. I think that might be one of the SAS. They've both evac now. Obviously, another Rapier FSA coming in down here. Quite a few units down here, obviously, with the ACAVs and the scouts. He's not moved the ACAVs around. They just kind of stood on top of the scouts. We did note that when he was calling them in, he hadn't given secondary orders. Chieftain Command Tank here. Has that spotted the Fox? The Fox might get a cheeky kill here if it can get some rear shots on this tank. That's going to be... Oh, wait, it's turning up that way. It is going to be rear shots. Chieftain's turning around, though. Oh, yeah, Fox was facing the wrong way there. Fox blew its smoke forward, but got side shot anyway. Good attempt by the Fox to get a cheeky kill there. Rifles finally arriving to engage the Aeromobiles. Aeromobiles, good squads. Rifles pretty good as well, and there are a lot of rifles there. Obviously, ideally, I think this is when those Gazelle rockets would be handy. More Aeromobiles coming in there. Little bit of movement around here, but not very much. Another Chieftain Command tank there. I expect it's necessary to try and get this Chieftain Command in here, but I mean, the SAS are going to pop that as soon as it comes in. Command coming in that way as well. I mean, lots of commands being pushed into the central point. A little bit fixated on the central point, perhaps. As it's really locked down by Tiberius, it might be worth, at this stage, pushing other points. But it's hard to say where there's enough. There's quite a build-up of infantry up here, and there's not a lot of defense there, but obviously, OnlyHere4Beer won't realise that. Yeah, lots of stuff here, obviously. Those Gazelle rockets proving very effective against the infantry. Hellarm coming in as well. Tiberius brought in quite a few Hellarms that have all been shot down so far. I don't think they've ever got a shot off. Chieftain here, obviously damaged already. Harrier rocket coming in, going for those Gazelles. Now there is an air defense here now, so I'm expecting this to get shot at. Let's see if it actually goes down this time. Nope. Dodges both missiles. Another missile. I think it's been hit by a single SAS. And that's it. Gets out again. These Harriers dodging everything at the moment. Smoke going down here to try and protect those rifles. Not a bad idea. Get them back, retreated, and try and resupply them. He is being hunted by Tiberius, though. These Aeromobiles pulling back. Loads of rifles being called in there. Loads of rifles. to try and reinforce that point. I really don't think he's going to get into this point, to be honest, though. I mean, certainly there's been a loss of aeromobiles here, but there's some ready to go in. There's some arm rifles there ready to go in. I mean, it's not like there aren't reinforcements ready. I'm sure all of these gazelles are going to get rearmed as well. There's some wombats coming in now. Artillery pieces in, hitting these at the front there. Those Vabs and the Vab Milans. More aeromobiles coming in. Some more cannons coming in as well. There's going to be a lot of artillery in there. Good for clearing any defensive positions. Just over 30 minutes left of this game. An artillery piece now coming in for OnlyHere4Beer as well. Could be used for some counter battery action. We'll have to see how that pans out. Certainly, Tiberius with his +3 looking pretty strong on the map right now. Akav being pushed up here just to see what's there, I think. It's a good strategy. Try and get the lay of the land. See if there's something there that's going to defend it. And indeed, it will sooner or later bump into the SAS. The Hell Arm's also going for it. Finally, a Hell Arm gets a kill. Alouette Recon coming in over this way to get eyes on the other side. That Fox has finally been spotted. Bit of a push on this side. Not a bad side to push on, but there is still some defense here. There's obviously the Milan there. There's aeromobiles, SAS squads as well. There is defense here, and there's not a huge amount being pushed in. Some more AMX-30s being called in at the back there. Harrier taking a lot of fire finally. Could this finally be a Harrier going down? Yes, it is. The death of a Harrier. I think that's the first one that's gone down the entire game. Rifles getting shot by the aeromobiles as they came in there. SAS taking a lot of supporting fire from the ACAVs, the tanks, and the VABs. Hell Arm being brought up to try and deal with some of these vehicles. Another Rapier coming in here. Artillery being used against this area. These are on the move though, but the tank is actually reversed slightly there. Kind of going into the artillery almost. Artillery only took a few shots and has stopped already though, but that is badly damaged. Harrier up at the back there. Oh, nice hit from the Hell Arm. Gets the kill on the command tank. Harrier is now coming in here. This Harrier versus Harrier. But the Pivad's there, well placed, getting some nice hits to help take out Tiberius's jet. Tiberius lost a couple of jets now and a couple of helicopters. Harriers at this side get out with minor damage. We'll have to repair for a while. Javelins coming in at the back there. Challenger Mark II coming in as well. Nice to see a Challenger in the game. Obviously, we're at a stage where Tiberius feels he can afford to bring these things in. Obviously, very expensive units. But he does need to contest these Abrams and the AMX-30 there. Fox obviously just spying on them as they go past. Not actually opening fire, though. Autocannon is on hold fire. But he knows they're coming now. He has seen them, so he can respond to that. Couple more reinforcements coming in up here as well. Another SAS. Aeromobiles being called in up there as well. Could we be going to see Tiberius try and make a push on this top point? There's a fair amount defending it. It's not going to be an easy push. Down here at the bottom, OnlyHere4Beer is just going for it, pushing that chieftain in. There are some rifles heading in from the top there as well. There's a lot of defensive units still. These aeromobiles pushing up 3 squads of fresh one-arm rifles, going against these 2 squads of rifles. Aeromobiles turning around to engage. These ones obviously being spotted by the Wombat, the Warrior, and these aeromobiles moving up to attack. Calling in rifles right on the point here. I mean, that's risky business. They're going to have to get past these rifles, or if they come past the bottom, maybe more chance of them getting in there. Laser Guided Bomber, Nighthawk coming in. Went for the warrior there, but did not get the kill. Good use of artillery by Tiberius on these rifles. Chieftain being engaged by multiple squads of infantry here. It is dead already. There was no way it was going to survive that. Gazelle rockets coming in from this side as well. Will be good at clearing up some of this infantry. Unfortunately, the SAS are still there, and they do still have stingers. SAS, javelins. Obviously, the Rapier FSA, if they're close enough. Artillery going in on the pivads there, but the pivads are being moved. Some mortar fire going in on Tiberius's units. Rocket attack down here. Was that a recon chopper that went down? Or Gazelle? Yeah, Gazelle recon was moving across here just to see what was there. Yeah, all these Gazelle rockets quickly dispatched by all of the air defense in the middle here. Can the FSA get a kill on the Harrier? It cannot. Oh! SAS in the center finishes the job. And 1 on 9 firing. Oh, counter. No, yeah, counter battery fire. It is counter battery. Harriers coming in here. I'm not sure what they're going for. Taking fire from the pivads there. Very stressed out. More tanks coming this way. Or is that the same 2 tanks, in fact? They've just been moved all the way down to the bottom. I mean, this isn't a good maneuver, unfortunately. Unsupported tanks in a built-up forested area in this patch, they're not going to fare well. I mean, there is a squad of rifles coming in there, but these guys will be resupplied shortly. It'll be interesting to see. There we go, deployed before he got to the point. That is the right thing to do. Definitely the right thing to do. I was a little bit worried they were going to run straight in, or drive straight in, I should say. This squad might. Nothing firing at it just yet. There we go, they have deployed. There's got a bomber coming in again. The Nighthawk trying to go for those aeromobiles, which are moving around. Just caught them, I think. Did a bit of damage, didn't kill them. Obviously, Tiberius' squad's a little bit damaged here. Loads of AMX-30s just called in inside the point there. Warriors engaging on these rifles now in the Saxon, along with the SAS. SAS obviously would be better up close and personal, as they would get their damage bonus. Does mean that they'd be potentially more out in the open at this side. Should be hidden enough from those tanks, though. Some aeromobiles already repaired, being pushed back into the fight here. Should make reasonably quick work of those tanks. And they went for the Abrams. Oh, yes, look at that. Absolutely smashed it. Can they get a second hit? I don't think they can. It's reversing too fast for them now. These rifles pushing into the SAS. Aeromobile reinforcements being dropped off now. As for the rest of the map, very little movement. A good build-up of forces here for Tiberius. Could be defensive, could be that he's planning an attack. I think with a Challenger command coming in, he's planning an attack. Still +3, 2 minutes to the victory. Unfortunately, OnlyHere4Beer just never managed to regain any map control, to be honest. Tiberius was just too entrenched in the middle. And unfortunately, OnlyHere4Beer didn't manage to push anywhere else. AMX-30's pushing in as well now, but they're going to be late to the party. Without the ability to neutralize, this command obviously is going to go down. 22 minutes left of this game, but I think it's already over. Cluster bomber and a rocket coming in there. Cluster bomber gets a kill on the repair truck, the supply truck, but goes down to the Rapiers. The rocket was also destroyed. Nighthawk coming in again. Manages to stun the aeromobiles, but doesn't get a kill. Nighthawk being engaged by those Harriers. Oh no, the Harriers were engaging the chopper. Took out the Gazelles, now engaging on the other Harriers. Oh. Tiberius has had control in this game, but he has not had control of the air. Certainly struggled to keep his Harriers alive. Another Harrier goes down, though, for OnlyHere4Beer as well. Abrams managed to stay alive, a command being called in, but 56 seconds left of the game. It's already over. But he's fighting till the bitter end. AMX is charging in, and again, this feels very much like the previous game's meta. The tanks charging in without too much infantry support. It just doesn't work anymore. There's too much capability of the infantry to stun down the tanks and cause them lots of cohesion loss with those anti-tank missiles, especially when you're up against aeromobiles with the Law 80. Law 80 obviously having 20 penetration. They do a lot of damage. And obviously the other thing is the AMXs, previously absolutely outstanding with those autocannons against infantry. Autocannons have been significantly reduced in damage, so they're just nowhere near as effective against infantry. So they're just not hitting the mark anymore. But well played to both players. Hard fought battle there for OnlyHere4Beer, but well played to Tiberius Rancor. Significant difference in kills to the losses there, kind of. Let's have a quick look who did the killing. Aeromobiles. Yeah, MVP there. Definitely the Aeromobiles doing a fantastic job that game. Even beating out the SAS for a change. SAS getting a few aircraft kills though by the end of the game. Thanks for watching everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all soon for some more WARNO.